Namaste YouTube, welcome to Cafe You Know Man, welcome to our reaction to Doobie Brothers. We are going to react to the song Jesus is Just Alright. Alright. This is our first time single take honest reaction to this song, Jesus is Just Alright by Doobie Brothers, requested by our patron Warren. Let's get started.
Very repetitive, the lines, but it doesn't matter with music and vocals as strong and wonderful as this. The Doobie Brothers, simply outstanding in this one. Wow, the music with all those tiny breaks, kind of jerky music, what I call. A lot of jerks, a lot of mini breaks, quick breaks, and then, slowing down the pace in the middle. Very beautifully arranged, very well done by Doobie Brothers. It's a joy to listen to music like this. Lyrics extremely repetitive, but powerful lines. Jesus is just all right with me. I don't care what they say. I don't care whatever they do, think, etc. Jesus is just all right with me. I'm assuming they're trying to say that, even if people don't believe, even if people don't believe that Jesus is the Son of God, basically. And even if people don't care too much about all that, for me it doesn't matter. For me, Jesus is just alright. He's alright with me. I'm fine with Jesus, and I'm okay with Him being part of my life. Maybe that's what I gathered out of it. Anyway, there was not much else in there to give me a clue as to what they are trying to say from their context, their culture, their background. No idea whatsoever. So that was a bit disappointing for sure. But the music more than made up for it, and the way it was sung.
I like the way it was sung. I absolutely love the way the vocalist sung this one. Like the main choruses and the beginning and the end part, and then there was this center part that was slowed down and more personal. When that was going on, and just thinking the fundamentals of music, Western, rather American, or rock music and popular music that is there. There are de facto lines, or there are boundaries that you mustn't cross, and thus maybe the lyrics being so repetitive. Maybe somebody wanted to sing more about his faith, or his belief, or anything that he may have felt like as a lyric writer in the band, and as band members. But there was no-nos or red lines in the music industry. The moment you get to religion part, or get to your faith and this that, then what are you trying to be? Are you trying to make Christian music now? Then again, your fans, there was a huge gig about, or the whole system that was working, that was anti-god and kind of demonic and occult and whatever you call, that phase was going on. Then that was very, very popular.
Large section of the American audience, as well as
not American, the audience that listened to rock music, I would say, not overall
a large
population.
section. If you're talking about rock music, a majority of the audience might be anti-Christ,
anti-God,
anti-Christ, anti-belief systems such as God. So I mean,
so I felt
your record labels definitely don't want you to
they don't want to get into that,
enter that area at all. Even if you believe, they don't want you to talk about it openly, because it will immediately cut out a large chunk of the market. If you're singing about anti-Christ, anti-God,
that is welcome. That's cool.
More than
that's
welcome.
Kind of
That's cool.
Whatever.
That's cool.
So that gives you more money, and that gets you more popularity and more audience. Even literally die hard audience, they will stick to you no matter what you're going through. But you cannot get on this side, no matter even one song, because there are so many of them who are going to break away from it. And I found it brave of the Doobie Brothers to have attempted that, from being a proper outfit, and also they did well. But they didn't want to get too deep into how they feel about it and all. They just wanted to keep it on the surface. It's just alright with me. He's my friend and I like him.
Yeah, and at the same time, the words are extremely powerful. A word is like a puzzle. I mean, one word you miss out or get wrong, you've lost the game.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that happens too. You don't want to get into too much.
Yeah, so that word that was used was a bit of a startling thing when I heard it first. In Kerry, Jesus is just all right with me, if I got it correct. That use of the word just, if I'm not mistaken, that wasn't required. I felt it could be exactly the opposite of what I'm thinking also that they're trying to say. So Jesus is just all right with me. It might be the songwriter and the band might be trying to say, there's no need to hype up Jesus that much. He's just someone like just nothing. So it could be the other way around too. Because of that word in there, the way it was said, Jesus is just all right with me. That made me also feel, and makes me feel even more now, that it may be the other way around. It may be that, he's nothing. Don't make a big deal out of him. He's nothing.
Oh, whatever it is. I don't think anybody or any band wanted to get too deep into faith.
Yeah.
They wanted to stay as far away as possible. And that was the pulse. That was the feel of it.
And it also shows that there's no backbone of most artists in the West. You don't really stand up for something, and you'll fall for anything. So that's sad. It's exactly like what's happening right now in America mainly, with so many record-shattering murders.
Yeah, I know.
Every single day
Attacks
of the year. So, the record shattering murders that are happening in the West, and namely America, is it's very sad for me to listen to such things, or anyone for that matter. As a parent, I remember once my son was, he had this problem where he woke up and he was in a lot of pain and he could barely walk and all. So, that whole event, even though I tried to deal with it very well, that, oh, I'm not worried. But the whole thing of seeing him in that kind of face, was quite bad. Eventually, it turned out that he had to be admitted to hospital immediately and operated on the same day. Luckily, everything went well and he came out of it healthy. But I can just imagine, that experience, those few days, the kind of emotional state I was in. Being a counselor, I'm used to, kind of looking at it from the outside and not getting too emotionally attached to things. But obviously, when it came to such a moment, I realized it's not possible. As a counselor and especially as a parent, it's not possible. So there are moments in life, when I read the news, I see pictures and videos of kids running out of school while a shooter is still inside apparently, and the police are too chicken to enter and do something about it. So when I see all these pictures and read about such news, I just, as a parent, it's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking to imagine that my child, when he was in the hospital, he was around about the same age, maybe between 5 to 7 years, 5 to 8 years old.
Yeah.
So, and those people who were in that same situation were the same age, children. I can only imagine what those parents must be going through. I can only imagine. I just went through an experience like that with my son and I was heartbroken. But they have lost their kids. Over 21 parents have lost their kids. To what? For what? Anyway, so the fact is, here there are two ways of seeing everything. Bottom line for me, it was really enjoyable. The music, the way it was sung, everything was enjoyable, but I am disappointed to see the kind of weak backbone that artists in the West have when it comes to certain things. They just aren't willing to stand up and say, this is wrong. This is wrong.
It's not just the artists of the West, Ansabi. It's the artists of the entire globe, I would say. Majority of them are this bad.
But right now, it's so much happening in that part of the world.
They just care about the money.
Right now, with this much happening in that part of the world, I must talk mostly about them.
Yeah.
This part of the world...
Something has to happen.
And this part of the world, you'll never go scot-free.
No.
Mind you, if your fans will leave you.
Yes,
this part of the world is as simple as that.
Fans are not obligated to.
Fans leave you. You don't take a stand and they expected you to, or they want you to say something about something that affects them too. They will leave you. They will dump you in an instant. Doesn't matter what you do on social media, what pictures you post, with clothes, without clothes, see-through clothes, whatever crap you do, they will not care a minute. They will just dump you. That's the difference, Kirti.
That's the difference.
Difference between the East and the West. Huge difference as far as social media and the media overall is concerned. Here, they will dump you.
People have dumped so many.
There, it's okay. People, in fact, sympathize. If a president seems to have a weak memory and sleepy all the time in front of important world leaders when he's meeting them, the rest of the Americans, they just say, oh, he's old. They have so much sympathy for him. Here, you can't get away with it. Our leader, Narendra Modi, will not get away with it even when he's alert.
Oh my God.
Even when he's fully alert, he doesn't get away with it.
He doesn't get away with anything.
So that's the difference, Kirti. There they have no backbone. They have a very weak backbone if they have one. And they're completely morally degraded. Spineless individuals. Not just the public in America, but also these artists. So killings will keep happening. Drug hoarding deaths will keep happening. Rapes will keep happening. 1 out of 4 American males will continue going around raping people, molesting individuals, because they know they will get away with it and people have sympathy with them. Look at the 2 people who committed the most crime in American history, probably, at least as far as the media is concerned. Both of them are out of prison right now.
Enjoying life.
Harvey Weinstein and Bill Cosby. As much as I know, both of them are out of prison and possibly sharing a cocktail, sitting on a lawn chair somewhere in a swimming pool in LA, enjoying their life, their golden years.
I think it depends on the society's sensitization. I forget my English. It doesn't matter anyway. The desensitization of certain society has become so much that everything has become normal. Completely normal. It's a daily affair. Next to something else.
Yeah, and one thing about us is this is the end of the reaction video, but I must say that we don't give a damn. What do you think about us? We will say what we believe in. We will keep saying that whether we are on YouTube or off, because we are not an American. And we don't aspire to be.
And we believe in freedom of thought.
We believe in freedom of speech the right way.